Right, so this is day 4 on the Thursday. So today is the Leo full moon. Ta-da! And by the way, if you're just randomly coming across this on YouTube, this is day 4 of the Fuck It Let's Go live challenge, which is always about jump into your highest timeline. But I've chose, well, they guided me, my spirit peeps as I call them, to do this about homing in on self love, acceptance, compassion, all around that kind of theme. Because I usually leave it open to doing it about anything. And again, like I said, you can do that if you want, but that's what I was guided to do. So today, because this is the day after I've channeled some sort of light code activation, healing, meditation, hypnosis. Again, it's all my sort of unique mix of what I'm here to do for people. Now is very simple. I want you to take another action, right? But the difference being today is, providing you've taken part in whatever we done yesterday, as well as having a wee chat in the live. Although, can I just say, um, it's tonight that I foresee that tonight I think I might do it a bit differently, and I think I might not do a live on the Thursday. So if I've decided otherwise, I've decided otherwise. But I feel on Thursday, with it, there's a few different factors in my own personal life, and just with it being the full moon, I feel I'm being guided to take. It makes sense actually to take to take a rest, so that I could do this for you. So yeah, so for today, what I want you to do is just please take one more action that's in alignment with what you've been doing all week. And again, it doesn't need to be massive. It could be, right. Here's, let's give an example here, just for it to. Again, you've already taken actions, but it could be that, like, somebody pick. This would be so weird if I pick some and you've already done it, like, because we're nearly at the end of it. But somebody could pick for their block that they recognize that they've got a lot of negative self-talk, right? And that's one of the things that's really fragile and really tender, and a lot of people don't want to admit to that. So I think it's really brave when people do say, like, yeah, I'm not very nice to myself, you know what I mean? Like, because a lot of people do give it, like, listen, I've seen it all with Twin Flames, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people do give it the big, and they're like, oh yeah, I love myself unconditionally, I'm so fucking nice to myself every single day, put myself first every single minute of the day. Guys, I'm sorry, but I don't believe it, because I don't do that either. And I see, as very observant, and I see a lot of the time that I see people claiming that. It's not, I'm not going to say I never feel it that it's true, but a lot of the time I don't, you know what I mean? I don't feel it's as true as what. That's what's complicated. They may see it to be true. It's quite funny actually. They're pulling me the occupation card and the kipper deck on the couch there. So it's like it could be that I can just feel that someone's like really overworking. And again, I'm really transparent about that. That it's like if I slip up in a lot of places, it can be that. And then, but I'm quite a good teacher of it, I feel, and people have told me, because along the years, I really have put in quite a few good boundaries. Like, so for instance, rather than having all the cards all over the place in my living room where I'm filming this right now, because I do tend to film the shorts in here and occasionally some videos, but I used to film everything. I now have all of that in my wee office that's right next to my living room. Um, and so that was me creating a boundary. So that, you know what I mean? So breaking it down, that is self love, because it was actually like, that was my very best friend that said that. She wrote, and this is quite funny. This happened before, that like I said, I usually have my phone on silent, and it happened that for the video for the start of the week. Obviously, I'm filming it on the same night. So again, I really do feel with this being, with this being after we've jumped to your highest timeline, whatever that is for you. I feel that that text is symbolic of communication between twin flames. Now, obviously, that isn't for everyone, but it's just a wee sort of, it's a wee spirit wink, it's a wee, synchronicity or a divine breadcrumb from God, from the divine, from spirit, from great spirit, whatever you call yours, universe, the angels. I could go on and on and on. Your guides, your loved ones in spirit, your ancestors. Is there anything I missed out? Probably. That it's like, you will see, guaranteed, you will see an improvement, because providing you've taken part and you've made decisions that are right for you, you've jumped to your highest timeline. It doesn't need to be some big massive, you know, thing that seems like impossible. That is jumping to your highest timeline, and that's why I love using the example of sliding doors. If you've ever seen that 90s film where her life goes two very different ways, dependent on the decisions she makes for herself. And it's really quite a good example because in that, so I mean, I hope that this isn't the case for someone, but the fact that I'm saying it kind of makes me think it is. You know, she can make the decision to stay with somebody that she can feel it's not quite right, and then it turns out that he's cheating on her in quite a bad way. Actually, I mean, it's in a good way, but you know what I mean. It's pretty graphic. If you've ever seen the film, it's pretty graphic, and they don't leave much to the imagination there. Or and then when they show you the timeline where she actually discovers that, and she, like, I kicks him to the curb, quite right. She then meets this amazing guy. This is quite funny. She then meets this amazing guy, and you know what I mean? And yeah, it's the love of her life. And we could say, yeah, that's like the decision between staying with a karmic and accepting less than you deserve, or choosing like a twin flame, or which a lot of people, when they don't know these labels, could call it a soulmate. But the word that is a swear word around here is higher level soulmate. Please use it if you want, but that's probably the one rule I have around here. Please don't. Please don't use those words. We don't, because I just feel it confuses people. I'm really quite strong on that. Like I've made it. I actually, I made it clear recently as well that it's like, look, I'm here to help. I'm here to help true twin flames, like that are truly on the twin flame path. And I'm very actually strong about the word twin flame, because over the years when I've saw, basically people trying to drop the word twin flame because there is a hijack on the word. I think that's copping out. Like, I really feel that, people that are here guiding people on the twin flame journey, if you're trying to drop the word twin flame, you're missing the whole point. It is spiritual. Well, they're getting really strong again. For those of you that know me, you know that it's not me. Like, obviously, I'm the vessel for doing this, but I'm delivering the message of truth that the divine God wants to give, and that's what twin flames are about. It is, it is a twin flame divine union by the divine, but it is a twin flame union. And I really do feel with certain sorts of things on, that thing that I haven't even got, that a lot of people have got. But, there's been deliberate attacks to tarnish the twin flame journey and the word itself. But you're not going to see me saying that I'm dropping the word or anything like that, because it's something don't think I've seen it recently, but it's something that does happen now and again. Is, oh no, I did actually. I think I did see a couple of people, or I can just feel into it that it's coming if I haven't. It's something like that. That it's I feel very strongly about that. That it's like, if you feel you're a true twin flame and you're on the journey, then own it. Don't start calling it something else, a higher level soulmate. Or the other thing I'm not a fan of. Okay, people that know me well know that I say this, but I'm not a fan of that whole, your twin flames just, they've not accepted the journey, or they're they're not doing the work, so there's a higher level soulmate at your level coming in to meet you at your match. Like, just whatever, whatever. It's kind of like, it's, if you're a two twin flame and you've been able to just drop it like that to accept the higher level soulmate, then you crack on with that. Let me know how it goes. Send me a memo. I'll be interested to know if that was your twin flame, or if you copped out and you went up the road to soulmate avenue, and then you end up, you've taken a bit of a detour. But again, it is everyone's different journey, so everybody does what they're meant to do. But I just know what I'm guided to do, as a twin flame teacher and having a lot of experience. And it's, I'm trying to be as sensitive and compassionate around it as I can, but I can foresee, I've already seen a little bit of it, like when we attract different people, and if you feel that you are the divine feminine energy, but you're still, to be blunt, because we are in the very last degree of Capricorn season, unless it's shifted in, I don't think it's shifted in Aquarius yet, fucking around with other people, then that is not, in alignment with where I'm at, you know. So it doesn't mean you don't always need to be in alignment where I'm at, but it's like what I mean is like I'm not. It's not that I can't. It's not that I won't condone it because it's your life, but it's like it doesn't. I really don't feel the teachings that I'm bringing through are going to fit with you. So you can still listen and join in and everything, but they're really being quite strong on that. That it's like it's divine mirrors. So if you are still being pulled here, there, and everywhere, or even just pulled to one person, and you're focusing your attention on another person, if you go take it to a really deep level, and like I said, I'm quite surprised as well. I'll need to watch this back and well, I'm going to need to put out because it's what they're saying. It's like, again, this is what I mean when I decide to do this last minute. It's dressed up that it's like, oh, I'm doing a cute 5-day challenge, but it's always a massive timeline jump that they're getting me to do for the collective that tune into me, and the collective that we've got now is like 4 times bigger, if not, well, my maths is bad, but I think it's 4 times bigger than what it was when I ran it the previous times. So it is a bigger collective of people, and maybe this is about helping people get in alignment with that. That if you really think about it, the twin flame journey is a mirror, and if you are the divine feminine energy, whether you are a female or a male, 1111, see, this is a big awakening in itself. If you are choosing to be with somebody else and you're wondering why your twin flame is with other people, well, there's your answer. They mirror you. So a lot of people don't like this because they feel like, oh, it's not fair, how can they be with people and I'm have to be single, or how can yeah, just all that kind of stuff. Like the divine masculine seems to do whatever they want, and that's the key thing. It's like that's how I can tune into when someone's truly on this journey or not. And that's why perhaps this will be about really showing people, the new people, what I mean by, because those of you that work with me know this, the people that work with me one-to-one, that it was challenging for me when I noticed years ago that the women that were coming to me for help were mirroring not my experience, although a lot of us were very similar, and we had, we all had amazing, crazy stories, the unique stories, but a lot of similarities in the same way. But it was very clear and palpable from the start that they were talking from where I feel my twin flame is, you know what I mean, and not me. Like it was, and it's just hard to describe, but everybody that's worked with me knows what I mean. But the same women, and I give this speech all the time, but again, people need to hear it. Some of those women will stay the divine masculine energy, and their twin flame is the divine feminine energy, knowing that you've both got both, but it's someone's the internal feminine and the outward feminine, and someone's the internal feminine and the outward feminine, and someone's the internal masculine and the outward feminine. You know what I mean? I might have said that wrong, but you know what I'm saying. You've both got both. And that's why I'm always saying about being gentle with one another, regardless of whether you're male or female, because some of you are same sex. And what else are they wanting me to say? But yeah, it's about, like I said, it's, one of the key things I help people with alongside self-love is boundaries, because boundaries really are about self-love. And the fact that the majority of people on this journey, everyone does deal with karmic something, karmic lovers, karmic friends, karmic family. Some people don't actually have like a lot of experience with the actual karmic lover part, and it is like karmic friends is the majority of your journey, or karmic families is the majority of your journey. Or some people, it's like you've taken a really difficult path and you've got a wee bit of everything. And the divine masculine energies, regardless of your gender, do tend to have a lot of that. Doesn't mean you've not got support around you, but it's just what I've seen historically. And particularly with at the time in the planet that I'm tuning into now, it comes through all the time. You see me doing it live. So yeah, I feel with me talking about boundaries so much here, it might be about setting a boundary. Like maybe someone watching this challenge is going to be coming to that realization that this again is another harsh truth, but they're getting me to bring it through. Again, I'm telling you, it's Pluto conjunct the Sun, which will now be, it's in the 0 degrees of Aquarius. It's about keeping it real, and Aquarius is about that as well. It's like it is very off the wall and eccentric and unique and unpredictable. And I've got my moon conjunct Uranus, which rules Aquarius. So that's why, and also it's about awakening and shaking you up. And it's kind of like I feel this very strong activation, this message is coming through about the people that are doing that. It's like it's a distraction, like you could see it that self, like I've seen some people frame it that way, that it's self-love, that if you are the divine feminine and you're spending time with a soulmate because your twin flame is doing whatever they're doing, that's self-love, because you're not denying yourself of love. But for most majority of the collective that I'm actually here to help, I would challenge that is actually distracting yourself away from spending that time yourself. Like, for not for everyone, but they're getting me to say it, so don't shoot the message, don't shoot the divine messenger. A lot of time that could be about codependency. Like, it could be that you need that attention from someone, like you need that romantic attention from someone. Like, I've helped loads of people along the years, like a lot of females that are the divine masculine, that that are quite addicted to having several different people in your inbox, or several different whatever different apps here, there, and it's like you like getting the attention, and it's like, look, there's nothing wrong with that, but what is not going to help you on the twin flame journey, that is you're seeking, whether you realize or not, it's seeking external validation and attention from lots of different avenues, when you truly sit with yourself. And I know lots of you have done this, so this bit isn't for you, but somebody needs to hear it. It's when you sit with yourself and you go inwards and you really spend that time in hermit mode, getting to know yourself and pulling back your energy, doing the soul retrieval. And again, if you don't know what soul retrieval is, book a session with me and I can do a soul retrieval with you. Or if you're not in the place to invest at this time, there's free soul retrievals on the channel. In truth, every single thing that I put out is soul retrieval, because with everything that I'm always saying and the things that I do, the nature of the hypnotherapy and the NLP and the way that I do it, I'm very informal, and I just drop in the positive reinforcements and the good seeds, as I like to call it, of belief. It's so kind of naturally and informally. A lot of people don't even notice. You'll notice that you feel better and you've had a shift, but I do it very informally. And like I just wrote in the post that I've done today, this has been for years now, and I was told it was going to be like that. That although I have got, the irony is, although I've got all these different healing modalities that I can do yet, and I could hold my hands up to the screen, and I could use my rattle, and I could use all my different kind of crystal like wands, and you name it, crystals in general. I've worked on my frequency and my own self love and self union and compassion, that a lot of the time it is literally like, if I'm in here, it's me chilling on the couch, sometimes in my jammies. If I'm dressed that day, then I'm chilling dressed, but it's like a lot of the time it could be in my jammies and my dressing gown. Or if I'm in the office, I'm chilling in that chair and I'm actually just listening to you, holding space as my spirit peeps do the clearing, and I listen intently with my intention doing it. And also just when I'm talking at you, which is channeling, it's clearing energy, because I can feel it coming through in this. It's really quite strong, because the most powerful part of my healing comes through my voice. It really is quite a strong triggering message. But again, we're going to have to get used to it, because that is Aquarius season, is like that, is shaking you up to wake you up. So again, discard the bits that aren't for you, but take the bits that are for you, because there must be some people that needed to hear it for that to flood through. But yeah, the gist of this one, sorry it was a little bit longer though, is take some kind of action, knowing that it will be different now because you're acting from a higher timeline. The only way that you could go backwards is if you fall back into bad patterns. So keep acting from this day on from a place of, you just got yourself to a higher place that you must have wanted to go to take part in this. It was part of a soul contract. And oh yes, they're just guiding me as well. So the Thursday is usually the day where I will announce what offers that I've got on. So towards the end of the challenge. So I don't know, I don't even really know what that is right now. So what's always on offer though, just now anyway, not always, is the free discovery call. And so on the free discovery call, it's a free discovery call, but it is more or less than not with every person turning into a free session. So what I say to people is, I'm all about it's good karma. So I know that I've taken years of moving through my own fear and blocks to basically know that it's a big part of my purpose to put out the content for free to help people, just because I genuinely like to help people. But I've had to learn that and self-love and boundaries on my own path along the years. And a lot of you have seen me go through it, or you might know because we're closer and things have happened. That it's like things that like we've been burned with money, or just, or basically what I get a lot is that I might do things like that, and then people say they're going to book, whether it's a session or like packages, and they never return. So, but still, even with that, like it doesn't mean that someone won't come back later, because I have had that happen where it's like, oh, I'm like, oh, they're just off my radar, and then somebody comes back 2 years and they're like, sorry, I wasn't ready to do counselling or therapy, but I really do feel ready for it now. So, although it's difficult and it can feel like someone's done a runner, I'm always open that it's not the case. Or even if it is like that with things that have been burned around money things, it's again, I'm a very forgiving, compassionate person, and I'm always open to people, yeah, seeing better, knowing better, and doing better, and maybe going through a spiritual awakening and developing a conscious, I don't know, and coming back and saying sorry. You know what I mean? It's but anyway, so again, somebody might have had similar experiences for me. Again, with the nature of me attracting the majority of the time other mediums, healers, teachers, mentors, whatever, or some of you that are, like I said, you're wanting to be something like this at some point, or even, you're going to get your something like that. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So I don't know what the offers are, but look below in the comments. I'm sure I'll have posted them there, or they'll be in the community tab. And I usually do a fast action bonus that'll last from Thursday to. What I usually do is I'll have a fast action bonus that if you get it on the Thursday or the Friday, you'll get 2 bonuses. So I don't know what they are. Usually it's like you'll get something extra for free, or yeah, usually it's that, or money off. But it just depends which way I do it. And then I'll close the cart on the Sunday, for whatever the offers were, and the fast action bonuses. There probably will be a bonus, but it's if you take fast action, like when I announce it on the Thursday, you'll get something more than what people get after that, obviously. And then obviously even when I close the cart, which really just means that's the challenge over and I'm not holding space for the whole challenge anymore. You can still book these things, but the bonuses won't be there, and whatever I might have set the price at, it'll go back to what it usually is. So anyway, that was a bit wordy, but it ended on 21 minutes. Well, 22 now. And 22 is a very powerful master builder number. Actually, that's quite important because 22 degrees is a huge part of one of my degrees in my chart for doing this. So that's quite a wee sign to me. And 21, obviously, before 22 is karmic completion. And I really do feel this is to support a lot of people in this way. Like perhaps your karmic situation isn't a lot, it will have something to do with people or a person somewhere, but perhaps for a lot of you, you've identified that your karmic situation is a karmic cycle of talking negatively yourself or something. I don't know what you chose, but yeah, I hope you're enjoying it so far, and I'll see you tomorrow for a party, a Leo moon party.